This is part 2 of the lesson Neeru Kodada Nadinalli from Sirikannada grade 8. In part 1 of this video, we had seen how the author has expressed her disappointment with countries other than India. She says India is a country where we have the values of providing water and food for free. But this culture is not seen anywhere in other foreign countries. Instead, there are people who cheat and try to make money from things that are freely available in nature. And she also continues to say that this culture of charging money even for water has not spared India. We can also see these in India as well. So now let's continue. ಕೀಟನಾಶಕವಿರುವ ನೀರನ್ನು ಶುದ್ಧವೆಂದು ಮಾರಿ ಉದ್ಧಾರವಾದ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು. So she says there are companies even in India which sell water mixed with pesticides as pure water and they have survived by cheating people. ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾಕ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಪರಾಕಾಷ್ಠೆಯಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ನೀರು ಕೊಡದ ನಾಡುಗಳು ಕಾಣುತ್ತವೆ. So she says, I feel this is the limits or heights of cheating people and heights and limits of being so greedy. ಇಂತಹುದೇ ಮರಳುತನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಾಗಲೇ ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಬಲಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And she says, even Indians have fallen prey for this kind of deceit and cheat. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಳನೀರು, ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ, ಪಾನಕ, ಕಬ್ಬಿನ ಹಾಲು, ತಾಜಾ ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ರಸ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ತೊರೆದು ಕೋಲಾಗಳಿಗೆ ಮುಗ್ಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಿರುವ ಜನರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಏರುತ್ತಿದೆ. So she says amongst Indians also the drinks which are naturally available like ಎಳನೀರು, tender coconut, majjige, buttermilk, panaka, it's a juice which is made out of lemon and jaggery, kabbina halu, sugarcane juice, taja hannina rasa, fresh fruit juices. So all these are naturally available to us, but the people liking colas instead of any of these natural kind of drinks is rising. They are getting attracted to colas and they are giving up on our traditional drinks. ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ವಿದೇಶ ಪ್ರವಾಸಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. So again now she is coming back to her trip, to her foreign trip, where she says, my personal foreign trips I have never found it very difficult. ತಿಂಗಳುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಅಲೆದರೂ ನಾವಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅಗ್ಗದ ಹೋಟೆಲಿನಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊರಡುವಾಗಲೇ ಬಾಟಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. So she says when she is on a personal trip, wherever they stay, whichever hotel they have stayed, she would fill bottles of water from the normal tap water from there before they would leave out for sightseeing or any other activities they do. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯ ನಿರೋಧಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಎದುರು ಯಾವ ನೀರಾದರೂ ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. And she says normal tap water in foreign countries, because of the immune power that we Indians have, they were not giving me any trouble. I was not finding any health issues because of that, because we Indians have good immunity and withstanding power. ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ ಈ ಪ್ರವಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣಮಣ ಫೈಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಿಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಲೆಯುವಾಗ ನೀರಿನ ಬಾಟಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಹೋಗುವುದು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿತ್ತು. But now she says this trip is an official trip, so they had to carry heavy files and move from one place to another. So as it is, when the files are heavy, it is difficult to fill a bottle of water and carry that weight as well along with the files. So it was becoming impossible for her to fill water bottle and carry it everywhere. ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾತಕತನ, ಲಾಭಕೋರತನದ ರೋಗಗಳು ಸಾಂಕ್ರಾಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲೂ ಹರಡಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೂ ಲಗ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿವೆ ಎಂದು ತೀರಾ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಢವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅನುಭವವಾಗಿದೆ. So this kind of greed and making profit at the cost of others is like a contagious disease which has spread to lot of countries, and it does not spare India as well. So we all can experience this deeply even in India. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ದಾಳಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಎನ್ನುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ, ಫಾದರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ, ವ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಆಚರಿಸುವುದು ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅನಾಹುತವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ಸೇಸ್ there are a lot of events that we celebrate like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, which is not Indian culture. This is borrowed from a foreign culture. So she says celebrating all this is also does not even seem unpleasant for me now. ಈ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ದಿನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಉಕ್ಕಿದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ದ್ಯೂತಕವಲ್ಲ, ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾರುವ ಹೊಸ ಹುನ್ನಾರಗಳೆಂದು ಸರ್ವರಿಗೂ ವೇದ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. So she says all these days that we celebrate is not to display or show our love. It is only the gifts and greeting card industry which is schemed and plotted so that we buy all this in the name of these celebrations. So this is known to everybody. ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಗಾಬರಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಬುನಾದಿಯನ್ನು, ಜೀವನ ಶೈಲಿಯನ್ನು, ನಂಬಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಬುನಾದಿಯನ್ನು ಅಲುಗಿಸುವ ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾತಕತನ. So she says even celebrating all these events like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, it is not unpleasant for me, and I very well know it is this gifting and greeting card industry which is promoting and making us do all this. But what scares me is that the very foundation of our values, lifestyle, Jeevana Shaili is lifestyle, Nambike is belief, Maulya is value, Samskritiya Bunadi, cultural foundations, Alugisuva Kollabatakatana, which is shaking this habitual greed and trying to make profit at the cost of others. This attitude is what is making me scared, because it is affecting our natural lifestyle, our belief system, and our values and cultural foundation. ಅಗತ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಬದುಕು ಇಂದು ಬೇಕುಗಳ ಬಲೆಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. So she says we Indians are trained such that we buy things only if it is necessary, only if there is extreme need and necessity of using those objects. But now our mindset has changed. Instead of just thinking about what is necessary, we are giving a lot of importance to our wishes and desires. We have fallen in the net of wishes and desires. ಸರಕಾರಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಸೈಕಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವುದು ಅಪಮಾನಕರವಾಗಿ ಕಂಡಿರಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So she is giving example of her father, who was a professor and a principal of a government college, and he would travel on a cycle and never felt insulted because he was traveling on a cycle. ಕೊಂಡ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಬದುಕಿಡೀ ಬಳಸುವ ಪರಿಪಾಠವಿತ್ತು. So she says in those days any object or any item we buy, we made sure that we used it for the entire lifetime. ಇಂದು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಬೈಕು ಬೇಕು ಎನ್ನುವ ಮಗ. But now our culture is also changing. We can see kids who are just school going kids wanting a bike. ಇಂತಹುದೇ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡಿನ ಶೂ ಬೇಕು ಎನ್ನುವ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. And children are so brand conscious. They want one particular brand's shoes. ಮಾರುತಿ ಕಾರಿದ್ದರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರೋ ಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಓಡುವ ಹಿರಿಯರು. And even elders, if they already have a car, they want a better brand car. So if they have a Maruti car, they want a Santro car. ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದದ್ದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಬೇಕು. And whatever is coming new in the market, everybody wants that. Everybody wishes or desires to have that. ಬೇಕುಗಳನ್ನು ಅಗತ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಲು ಜಾಣತನದಿಂದ ಬದಲಿಸುವ ಜಾಹೀರಾತುಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿತ್ತರಿಸುತ್ತವೆ. So she says, the reason for all this is because of the advertisements. The advertisements are designed in such a smart way that they change our mind to think that things that are not very necessary as essentials must be for us. So these advertisements are the ones which create a need and make us think that whatever product they are advertising is a much essential thing in our life. Our life cannot work without that. So they make us think like that. ಆರಾಮ ಐಷಾರಾಮದ ಅಪ್ಪಟ ಅನಗತ್ಯದ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಇವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಬದುಕಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬಂತೆ ಬಿಂಬಿಸುತ್ತವೆ. So that's what the advertisements do. Things that are not really necessary in our life, but they make it look like we cannot live without them. So that is what the smart advertisements try and do. ಡಿಯೋಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ತಾನು ನಾತ ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂಬಷ್ಟು ಕೀಳರಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಬಲ್ಲರು. So these advertisements are such that if I don't use a deodorant for one day, I will start stinking. That is the kind of the mindset that they create within us. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಪ್ರೇರೇಪಿಸುತ್ತವೆ. And finally, all these ads are designed in such a way that you want to buy all of them. You feel like I have to buy all those products. ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ದಿನಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೆ. So now she's saying that a few years back she had read an article in the newspaper. ಜನಪ್ರಿಯ ಹೋಟೆಲಿನ ಮಾಲೀಕರೊಬ್ಬರು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದರು. So that article was written by a very popular hotel's owner. What had he written in that article? ತಂಪು ಪಾನೀಯದ ಕಂಪನಿಯೊಂದು ಆತನನ್ನು ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿ ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಬಂದೊಡನೆ ನೀರು ಕೊಡುವುದನ್ನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಕೊಡುವುದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿತ್ತಂತೆ. So he says that a company had contacted him, a cool drinks company had contacted him and had told him that if he does not provide water to the customers as soon as they get inside, and if he stops providing water, then they will give him some money. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲೂ ನನಗೆ ನೀರು ಕೊಡದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಅನುಭವವಾಗಿದೆ. So she says, in Bangalore also I have come across this culture that water is not given. ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಬಾಂಬೆ ಬಜಾರ್ ಎದುರಿನ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಜಾಯಿಂಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತು ಮಗಳು ಕುಳಿತಿದ್ದೆವು. So she says on MG Road, opposite Bombay Bazaar, there is a small joint. Me and my daughter, they are sitting there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ತಂದಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. So as soon as they got into the hotel, they were not offered water. They were not given water. ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ತಿಂದ ನಾವು ನೀರು ಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಕೇಳಿದೆವು. So they had ice cream, and after that they asked for water. Mineral water, waiter ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸಿದ. So the waiter asked them if they wanted mineral water. ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ನೀರು ಎಂದೆ. So the author says, no, I said I just want normal water. ಮಾಯವಾದ ವೇಟರ್ 15 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾದರೂ ಬರಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So the waiter said he'll get it and he disappeared, and even after 15 minutes, even after they waited for 15 minutes, he did not come. ಕಾದು ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಕೌಂಟರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಕಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಬಿದ್ದೆವು. So they waited and they got tired of waiting, and finally they went to the counter, they settled their bill and they left. ಅದೇ ವೇಟರ್ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಬಾಟಲಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನರಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೇಜಿಗೆ ಸರಬರಾಜು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಕಂಡಿತು. So she says that same waiter who told them he'll come back with water and never turned up was supplying water to small bottles of mineral water to every other table. Mineral water ಎಂದ ಅವರು ಕೇಳುವ ಭಂಗಿ ಭಾವ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಂದು ಕೇಳಲು ಹಿಂಜರಿಕೆಯಾಗಬೇಕು. So she says the way they question you whether you want mineral water, they ask you in such a tone that even to order normal water you will hesitate. ಆದರೆ ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಅಗಾಧವಾದದ್ದು ತೀರಾ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಮಾಲತಿಯೊಡನೆ ಇಂದಿರಾನಗರದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಜಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಬಗೆಯ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ತಿನ್ನುವ ಬಯಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಕ್ಕಾಗ. So she says, but of late I was very, very disappointed with one incident which happened in a joint in Indiranagar, a small joint where they came to know that a new kind of ice cream was served. So they wished to eat it and they went there. Mississippi Mud Pea ಎಂದು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದ ಮಾಲತಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. So her friend Malati, where she had read about this special kind of ice cream, ordered it there. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಿಳಿ ಪೀಂಗಾಣಿ ತಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಇರಿಸಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಕೋ ಪುಡಿ ಉದುರಿಸಿ ಆಕರ್ಷಕವಾಗಿ ತಂದಿಟ್ಟರು. So in a pingon dish along with cake and ice cream, and they had sprinkled some cocoa powder and made it look very attractive, and they got it to them. ಬೆಲೆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಎಂದಾಗ ಔಹಾರಿದುಂಟು, and they were surprised with the price of that dish which was 100 rupees. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ನೀರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So here also they were not offered water. ನೀರು ಕೊಡಿ ಎಂದೆ, ಮಿನರಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಂದಳು ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಹುಡುಗಿ. So she asked for water. The author said, I want water, and the girl who was serving them asked if they wanted mineral water. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಧಾರಣ ನೀರು ಎಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ನೀರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಬಿಡುವುದೇ. So she says, no, I said I want normal water, and immediately the girl replied that we don't serve normal water here. 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ತಿಂದರೂ ಪುಕ್ಕಟ್ಟೆಯಾಗಿ 1 ಲೋಟ ನೀರು ಕೊಡದ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗಳಿವೆ. So she says, even if we spend 100 rupees and buy a dish there free, they don't give water for free. ಮತ್ತೆ 10-20 ಪಡೆದು ಮಿನರಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾರುವ ಹುನ್ನಾರ. So she says, again they want us to spend 10 or 20 rupees for mineral water. So this is the way they make profit from us. ನನಗೆ ರೇಗಿ ಹೋಯಿತು. So the author says she got very angry. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೊರಬಂದು ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಾಲತಿ, ಸಾಗರ್ಗೆ ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ತಿನ್ನೋಣ ಎಂದೆ. So they came out because they were not offered water, and she told her friend, come, let us go and have panipuri in the Sagar restaurant. ಎದುರಿಗೊಂದು ಸಾಗರ್ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. So just right opposite to this joint there was Sagar hotel. ನುಗ್ಗಿದೆವು. So we entered there. ಕುಳಿತೊಡನೆ ವೇಟರ್ ಬಂದು 4 ಲೋಟ ನೀರು ತಂದಿಟ್ಟ. So as soon as we went and sat there, the waiter came with 4 glasses of water. ಬರೀ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲ, ಮನಸ್ಸು ತಂಪಾಯಿತು. So not only did we feel cold, even our hearts calm down. ಹೇಳಿ, ಕಾಯ್ದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬಲ್ಲವೇ ಮಾನವೀಯ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು? ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾಕತನದ ಕಪಿಮುಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಬಿಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಲ್ಲವೇ? So she's asking, can we protect ourselves and preserve human values and not fall prey for this greed, not fall into the clutches of greed and making profit at the cost of others? Can we free ourselves from this clutches of greed? ಬಾಯಾರಿದವರಿಗೆ ನೀರು ಕೊಡಬಲ್ಲವೇ? Can we give water to people who are thirsty? ಹಸಿದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬಲ್ಲವೇ? Can we give food for people who are hungry? ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ನೀರು ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಕಸಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಬದುಕಬಲ್ಲವೇ? So she is asking, can we not live without snatching away water and food from others? ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಯ್ದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಅಸ್ತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲವೇ? So she says, the weapon which is required to protect ourselves and our culture is within us. It is in our hands. ಮತ್ತೆಂದು ನೀರು ಕೊಡದ ಆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So I will never ever again go to that joint which will not give me water for free. ನನ್ನಿಂದಂತೂ ಇಂತಹ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗಳು ಉದ್ಧಾರವಾಗುವುದು ಬೇಡ ಎಂದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So she says, I don't want this kind of joints to prosper because of me. If I go there, I have to pay money for water. So I don't want to do it. I don't want such joints to prosper. So I will never ever go to that place. So what the author is trying to tell us is, if we discourage this kind of culture where even water, they charge money even for water. If we stop going to such places, then they can never exist. So to protect our culture, our values and our belief system, we have to make an effort. So that is what she is trying to tell in the end. So if we have to break out of this culture, we should not encourage this culture. We should never go to places which do not give you water for free. So this is ನೀರು ಕೊಡದ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ.